Tajweed, or some say Tartil, is the rules and form for pronunciation and attributes for recitation by using chanting and marking throughout the Quran, or simply rhythm and music while stating it's not music. But anyone else besides biased Muslims who listens to it knows that chanting is a form of singing.
Message!
Welcome to Back to the Basics, where you learn facts, hope you embrace it. Watch, like, share, bring in awareness. Watch, like, share, bring in awareness. I'm fearless. Welcome to Back to the Basics, where you learn facts, hope you embrace it. Watch, like, share, bring in awareness. Watch, like, share, bring in. Now, there are many singers in the world, such as Beyonce, Adele, Aretha Franklin, Elton John, Enrique Iglesias, Pink, Tiwa Savage, Fela Kuti, Hussein El Jasmi, Jay Chow, and Chai Chin, just to name a few. Nah, they all sing differently, and some even in different languages. However, they all sing the same words and tell the same stories. Well, in Al-Islam, there are many chanters, such as Sheikh Abdul Basit, Sheikh Sharawi, Sheikh Talalawi, Sheikh Husari, and Sheikh Al-Azhar. They all sing the same stories from Al-Quran. Now, if they can get you to listen to Sheikh Abdul Basit, a world-renowned chanter who sings the Quran beautifully, I might add, and then after listening to him sing, you then convince yourself that he is not singing, then such a person can be convinced of anything pertaining to the Quran.
Message!
In Al-Islam, with the creation of grammar such as vowels, which are dots, and the likes, which gave birth to what's called Arabic Fusha, or simply classical Arabic, replacing the Quraysh dialect, which did not exist in the original Quran. The true meanings were lost, which created room for a tremendous number of interpretations. And all of these interpretations came about by way of Tajweed, which only further weakened the ability to get a clear understanding of the Quran, as so-called scholars removed certain letters, added certain markings, extended certain sounds, and carried sounds over, and ignoring words such as El, meaning deity, which is being ignored for Ir, meaning fire. When using a system in grammar called sun letters and moon letters, where certain marks such as wasl, shadda, and sukun gives you the right to ignore what you claim Allah revealed to the Prophet Muhammad Mustafa Alamin, letter by letter.
Message!
When in actuality, the word El has a meaning in the Hebrew Torah language, which precedes Al-Quran. El is the name for the source, and yet it is being ignored and replaced when using Tajweed with Ir, having the meaning. Then they use Nir, which is also from Nar, meaning fire in Arabic. Fire is also Or in Hebrew. Now you might be wondering, what is the point here? Well, some Muslims say Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Others say Bismillah Rahman Rahim. In both cases, they're wrong. They purposely removed the L with trick grammar. It should be Basim Allah Rahman Rahim. But of course, if you don't speak Arabic, this means nothing to you.
Message!
These demonic strategies were created to widen the gap between the children of Abraham in the scriptures who all spoke Shemitic dialects, not Semitic dialects, of one language that was not mentioned in the scriptures, called cuneiform or hieroglyphics in Greek and Latin, which are the same language, might I add, originally called Nuwapic. From this language came Adamic, which later became the Ashuric, Syriac, and Aramic, wrongfully called Aramaic.
Message!
It is said that the purpose of Tajweed is to make the reciter proficient in reciting the Quran, which is supposed to be perfect already, as is. So, that is a lie. The truth is, the purpose of Tajweed was to make things more difficult for the readers of the Quran. This happens when you take a primitive document and try to update it into modern times. You see, what many Muslims forgot is that Arabia was once controlled by poets, and the Prophet Muhammad was not a poet, In fact, the Quran speaks against poetry, Quran 69:41 as well as 36:69. And so, Tajweed was simply a way of improving the words of Allah by men to attract more people to Al-Islam who was not interested in Arabia. And Muslims are so blind that they can't see the evil in that.
Message!
The Quran claimed of itself to be total and complete, and without any doubt, Quran 2:1. It claims to be a clear message, Quran 15:1, and yet they had to improve upon it with a grammatical system which makes it impossible for anyone to fully understand it, which leaves the leaders or imams with this self-given right to interpret it in the way they wish by creating meanings for each word to fit into their newly formed Judaic Christian sect, now called Islam.
Message!
I'm Qu'ran, and this is Back to the Basic. I hope that you have been well informed on this topic of Tajweed. Facts we stated, you wanna know something, go back to basics. Most saw a trap and was called the Matrix. The world filled with lies, yet it's hard to face it. So I spread truth, hope you embrace it.